Well, good morning. So today we're on the high trail of the PCT going to Tuolumne. It's about a 2-day walk, doing about 16 miles a day. Yeah, it should be a really pretty walk. Come along with me. Ansel Adams Wilderness. So it's a pretty straight up. This is the PCT high route, it's called. There's also a JMT route that lies about 1,000 feet lower. Both go to Thousand Island Lake. You rise pretty steeply out of that valley down there. Perfect day. Well, there's some pretty views on the high route. The lake over there. So somewhere up in there lies Donahue Pass and Thousand Island Lake. You can kind of see how the trail goes along this ridge and way out there. So this part of the PCT is odd in that it breaks away from the JMT. It broke away right where I started, and it goes up on its own little trail. I don't know how that occurred when they designed the trail, but a lot of people use this part of the trail as an overnight hike to Thousand Island Lake, which is just a few miles up in front of me. And then they might come back on the JMT portion back to Kennedy Meadows. So there was a steep climb, probably 1,200 feet up out where I first started, to now it's just small up and downs. And because it's not in the JMT, boy, the people have been cut down by like 1/100th. I've seen maybe 3 people on the way here. So they're just doing that little loop trail, not the JMT, or portions of the JMT. Just beautiful scenery. There's Mount Banner and Mount Ritter. Pretty little meadow right under Mount Banner, going down towards Thousand Island Lake. So there's Thousand Island Lakes, Banner. Took me about 4 hours to get to this point. It was pretty. So here's where the JMT rejoins the PCT. As I said, the two diverge apart where I started from. So they come back together here. So we're going to go over Island Pass, PCT North, and Res Meadow is a long way away down up that trail. There's a much better picture of Thousand Island Lake from higher up. So I came from down in there. Going up there. So I'm at Island Pass. Island Pass is at 10,226. It's got to be the easiest JMT pass. It's like you wouldn't even know you were at a pass if it didn't show on the computer. So the last pass is Donahue Pass over that way. Campsite is only like 1.5 miles. I don't know they'll camp there. There's a few mosquitoes, but nothing much. Today's lunch is peanut butter, banana chips, and tortilla. It's been that way, our lunch, for probably a month. So peanut butter's heavy, but boy, it gives you a lot of energy. So, gotta like logs. So Rush Creek, Dim Lake, Silver Lake, Wild Lake also up that trail. I've shown you that several times. It's right near June Lake. But here we have Donahue Pass, Pacific Crest Trail, that way. So this is the campsite I stayed in last night. It's right on Rush Creek on the PCT. So it's going to be a beautiful day. Lots of beautiful scenery. Beautiful little campsite Nice blue skies. Going off that way. So I'm going to take a wild guess and say that that's Donahue Pass. It's about 900 feet up from where I am right now. So where does today's hike take me? Well, it goes over Donahue Pass first off. That's about 900 feet up from where I am right now. Then it goes down, 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 about 2,000 feet down Lyell Canyon and back to Tuolumne, which is right on the main drag of Yosemite. It's about 2 miles to Donahue and 12 miles to Tuolumne, so a relatively short day. Probably the one defining feature of this entire hike has been these beautiful, quiet little streams along the trail. So peaceful. Even though you do have to cross them, I've become an expert at stepping stones. I think right there, there, and there, and there. So going up Donahue Pass, it's unclear. Somehow you go around and then there's a pass. We'll see. Just follow the trail until the trail starts to go down. Then you know you're there. So going up somewhere around in here. But it's 8 a.m. Look at the clouds. Very unusual. Usually every morning it's clear until about 1. Then the clouds will kind of come in 1 to 4, maybe some thunder, a little bit of tiny bit of rain. Then they clear up by sundown. So the weather's definitely changing. I know fall is a week away, but it's already fall here. Apparently I'm coming up to something. Donahue Pass from south to north is it's a strange pass. You really can't tell where the pass is until you get right up on it. Some passes have dramatic crests. This is not one of those passes. So about 12 miles down to Tuolumne, and it's all downhill from here. Breakfast time. This climb took me an hour and a half from the Rush Creek campground. As far as difficulty, I would put it about the same as Selden Pass. Pretty clear cut, straightforward, not that difficult. So there's a better view of going down into Yosemite Valley. That's where I'll walk down. So boy, you come down all these rocks. And then right up here, finally dirt. Oh, yes, love it. Ah, isn't it beautiful? Nice smooth dirt. It's always a luxury to have a bridge. Although that does look pretty fordable. I'm glad not to be fording it. So I made my way down into Lyell Canyon. Trail is flat and smooth. Lyell Valley, very peaceful. Very beautiful water. A little bit smoky today, but it's always smoky in Yosemite in the summer. Look, it's an underground stream. See the bubbles coming out from the water. Very cool. on the road to Tuolumne Lodge. Sure is good to walk on flat dirt. Tuolumne Meadows, 5.6. Day hikers, they look so fresh, so clean, so unbeat up. Getting cloudy. About an hour to go. The PCT. Sites like this just give me a little bit of energy. Like right now my back's kind of hurting, kind of tired. This kind of just wakes me back up. The birds are chirping. So pretty. That's why I come out here. Funny when you come close to civilization, you see day hikers, and day hikers won't even look at you or say hi, or it's kind of strange. In the backcountry, when you see other hikers, it's super unusual for them not to at least say good morning or hey, how's it going? But when you come to the day hikers, they just don't even make eye contact. I don't look that scary, do I? Maybe a little bit. It could be just tired. But in the backcountry, we'll usually share, you know, how we got across streams or how we got across snowfields, or talk about things to look out for. So it's nice. I like trail etiquette. Just hikers should say hi. So if you're on a day hike and you're on the PCT or JMT on a day hike, say hi to all the people you pass. It's just proper. Just some random thoughts on the PCT while we're walking here. One observation, if I may, after 5 weeks on this trail, is that the PCT will always win. It will never ever lose. No one beats the PCT. It will win every time. Take rain. Rain isn't good, rain isn't bad. It just is. Some people get all bent out of shape and start cussing and fighting that. That does you no good. The sooner that people can kind of give in and give up that feeling of control. For a lot of people, they've got to have that feeling of control. It ain't going to happen on this trail. There's no way you're going to be in control of anything but between your ears. And for some people, they just can't handle that. They're not going to give up control. Hey, this is a nice bridge. Look at that. Oh, a bridge. So when it rains, you just put your raincoat on, your pants on, your pack cover, and keep hiking. Tuolumne Meadows, 1.4 miles. Almost there. Boy, look at this. Re-entering civilization. Beautiful bridges. Warm where that came from. Beautiful water. So I just got to the junction of the PCT and the JMT. The JMT goes down to just Happy Isles, and the PCT goes up north to Tuolumne, then on to Glen Owlin. So back on the PCT by itself again. Over the years we've hiked from Tuolumne to just Happy Isles a dozen times. I don't feel the need to see that. So I have my car parked about a half a mile away from me, so almost there. Been a tired day. I've just been terminally tired. I just wonder if there's a point to where you're just tired all day long. I have the utmost respect for people who can spend 6 months on the trail. Maybe they get just wicked tired too. They just fight through it. That there's only so good of a shape you can be. I mean, I feel like I have complete trail legs. I can walk 20 miles. I can climb any of the passes without that much work. But just tired. I could just lay down and sleep for about a week, then get up and eat, and then go back to bed. So maybe I'll try that out as a recipe, huh? But just when I tell you how tired I am, the PCT gives you back a little something, and I think, my God, how beautiful. I love the sound of the wind in the trees. I love the sound of the birds. I love the forest. I love the trail. So the PCT, you know, gets you and then it just hooks you in. There's a book called Through Hiking Will Ruin Your Life. I don't know. That's funny. So pretty. Last bit of trail before the parking lot. Oh, there's I hear you can just push on a button and it goes and it takes you places. Fantastic.